as you can see, we are outside. Today's live is going to be outside for a short time, and then we're going to go inside and finish up at my table where I'm going to be doing some stuff with the hydroponics and some stuff indoor. It's just too windy out here. It's about 58, but hopefully you can hear me. I have my microphone on, which breaks up a lot of the wind, but it's just too windy to try to work out here because I'm working with leaves and everything. Hey, how you doing? So let's take you guys over here. I want to show you this first. Get this switched around. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so if you remember, this is the new section of garden that I tilled late last year. Oh, that's fine. Hey, Calamity. Hey, Shelly. Now, what you see here is a furrow here, and then up here that you see posts at here and here. Those are going to be my potato rows next year. So give me 1 second. I'll walk down here. So what I have is 1, 2, 3. These rows are about 15 feet long. There will be about a 6-foot gap, which will start right about here. And then these 2 trellises will be moved in tight. That will be my cantaloupe, muskmelons right there. This will be open because this will be a pathway to that part of the garden. And then this will be a pathway out. Once I jump here, there will be another 15-foot row, 3 more that way. So that's going to give me 3 30-foot rows on this side. And then it's going to give me 3 30-foot rows on this side because it'll be 1, 2, 3. Then I'll jump that little spot for a walkthrough, and then 1, 2, 3. So all in all, I'll have 6 30-foot rows of potatoes. Shouldn't be trying to do this and talk at the same time. What I have been doing, let me show you real quick what I've been doing. So growing up, when we were growing potatoes and we had all the big gardens with my mom and dad, every year, because we had 17 acres, most of it was forest and hardwood forest. So we would go in with these big tarps, and we would rake all of the leaves up, bring them by tarps out to the garden, and then we would go through it with our 1 furrow plow that we dragged behind our tractor. And then that would cover the leaves. And that's how we basically composted our garden. And over the years, we grew so many potatoes because it helps loosen the soil. So let me show you briefly what I've done. Over here off a camera shot, I have tarped over a bunch of leaves. These are going to blow all over because it's windy. But all I do is I dug my furrow with my cultivator. And then all you do is that. Simple as that. Then I just come back through with my rake and I pull the dirt back over. It really is that simple. Now, when I come out in hopefully March and plant my potatoes, I will take my cultivator, my little cultivator here, and I'll run right down that furrow, and I'll show that on camera, and I'll just dig that all back up. And then when I plant my potatoes and pull all that soil back over, that soil is going to be very loose. It's going to have composted leaves. Um, and then I'm going to be coming out as I get coffee grounds and sprinkling on the top of each furrow. So it's going to have a bunch of nutrients in it. So when I plant those potatoes and then I put some compost dirt on top of them before covering them, then those potatoes should be off to a good start. Now what I wanted to show you was I moved the beast, it's still there, but I moved it. Now, what I did want to say was where this other pallet is now, that's going to be a, excuse me, that's going to be a potato tower. If you go back, maybe I'll try to find it. I think it's still out there in the interwebs, in the universe somewhere. But I did a video on it called the Potato Tower. And it's as simple as it'll be this size and it just takes chicken wire. And all I'll do is I'll put a post in this square and this will go surround it for the protection from rodents and stuff, but it also keeps what I'm going to put in there. In that, in the bottom will go composted dirt. There'll be, oh my goodness, there's going to be composted dirt. There's going to be leaves. There's going to be straw, coffee grounds, things like that. And then I'll put, at each corner, I'll put in about 6-8 inches, I'll put a russet potato. And then I'll cover it with 4 to 6 inches of leaves and straw and dirt and coffee grounds. And obviously I have somebody out there that's sitting there for 5 minutes watching me. Now they're pulling in. Hey guys, something happens. Okay guys, this is unscripted, so I'm gonna walk out and see what they want. I have my microphone on. Can I help you? Oh, okay. Oh, you're gonna make me take my glove off?
No, no.
Oh, how you doing?
What's your name?
Jason.
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 There's like 8 lots here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Are you looking at this one here?
No, it's actually the way it shows. There's like 3 lots here, and
Okay.
then 5 down
Okay.
Chisholm Trail or something like that.
So what I'm going to tell you this is, I think the very front by the road is owned by the county, so you can buy that just for taxes. You would just have to.
Well, we just we looked at there's a realtor that's
With
got
it? Okay.
these 8, and supposedly the guy that had it is out of Kansas. He's going through a divorce and he's trying to get rid of it.
Okay, so I'll tell.
Is that one of the markers? Is that a marker?
That probably is either the water meter, or where they have the water pull from, where they put the meter for you.
Yeah.
There's a chunk right here. It's like maybe 1/4 of an acre that's owned by a place in Kansas. And when we first moved here, I contacted that person like 5 times. I sent a letter first. I sent certified letter. Never heard anything back. I went down to the county office, got all the information, called them 2 or 3 times, left multiple messages. They never got back to me. Yes. So they must have got in contact with a realtor.
Well, yeah, they
cool.
The realtor is kind of weird because his primary business, he owns these little burger places in town, in Ardmore and everything. And he said they're fixing to go public. That's where he's spending all his time. His wife had her number listed. She wouldn't even answer.
Yeah, maybe that was the one I was trying to call.
But he's.
Are you looking? You're looking to build, obviously. You don't want to.
We've got some property down here off of Arrowhead.
Uh-huh.
I'm Chickasaw, and so there are some additional
Right.
benefits on property up here
Right.
in Southern. And we're just looking as an investment. There's a lot of lots that are up here, and again, it's one of those things. We bought our 2 lots
Mhm.
off of the tax roll.
There you go. Yeah, that's what we did. Actually, we bought extra.
Yeah,
Mm.
and we bought them, but then they slip on all those extra fees on you and stuff that they do.
Yeah.
With the property owners association crap and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, we were just kind of looking at this. I was going to make him a low ball offer and see,
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, this I'm not just saying this because I live
yeah,
here, but
yeah,
these lots here, when we found this place, we've lived here now for 5 years, and this is the best area. This roundabout here, this
right,
whole area on Chisholm and around over here, because Chisholm here, that just goes all the way around
yes,
and comes back out here in
right.
Diamond Head. And we're at the highest point, I believe, so we don't get flooding. It gets a little in here, but that's just a little bit of
It's so
water.
funny because we talked to a guy. His name is Tom, who used to be on the board, and he lives right over by the golf course.
Yeah,
And he got completely flooded out in
yeah,
his
they get flooded. That's why
big
when we
brick
can't believe
house.
this. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, big, nice
and
brick house. And he
Dollar General's right there. It's only a mile through the woods. I walk to it often.
really,
Yeah, you go right down here, Diamond Head. You'll see it when you pull out of here.
yeah,
You'll see the school. You'll see the blue roof
yeah,
of the
yeah.
school, and on the other side of the school is
What is this? This looks. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with all the grass and everything. But this. When I first looked at it, looked like it was kind of low, and it might. But
this never floods in
it's
here.
high.
Never floods in here. No, I just haven't hayed it this year. They got all the equipment. If you go out here, left on Diamond Head, and then go out to Falcon Head Drive, the main drive,
Right.
you'll see the 3 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
They got the baler,
Yeah.
the blades, and the rake. They're headed this way. They'll start doing these fields. No, this field never gets flooded. This field never gets
Oh,
flooded.
see, that's good. That's
If
good.
they didn't charge you a little bit extra for all lots and the taxes and stuff, I'd own this whole area.
Well, see, that's one of those things that you buy that bought it off the tax rolls, and we only had in the 2 lots, half acre only had like $550.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is great. But then they come out here and then it's $125 for a lot for their swapping fee or something
Yeah.
called it or whatever,
Yep.
which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, we're looking for some stuff together, and these 6 lots look interesting, or 8 lots.
I'll give it a look. See.
But so if I buy these 8 here, you would be interested in this one right next to you.
Possibly. I'd be interested in possibly the whole thing. This area here, to the front of right to that road. Not saying I would. I'm
No,
just
I
saying I would
understand.
definitely be
No,
interested.
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Hmm.
Because it's one
I
of
don't
those
want to
things.
get in any verbal implied contracts.
No.
I'm just joking with you.
So what do you retired up here? What do you do?
Quasi retired.
Okay.
My wife works for the county over in Texas on the Texas. She just over the Texas border,
Oh, okay.
right over the Red River.
Yeah.
And then I help take care of my grandson. So I fixed this place all up on the inside, doing siding, windows next there. Hopefully this fall. I do a bunch of gardening, so I'm filming gardening stuff now.
Looks like you got a lot of stuff going on back there.
I got a lot of stuff I'm filming right now. I got a YouTube channel.
Really?
That's what I'm filming for.
On your garden?
Yeah. Okies Eden. Just look up at Okies Eden on YouTube.
At Okies.
Just Okies for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
OKIES. Eden. EDEN. That's me. You'll see the hat and the sunglasses.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'll be out here trying to get your autograph, right?
I mean, I'll give it to you now, but I get royalties 10% once it starts to take. All right, man. You take care.
All right.
Have a good day. Yep. Don't be telling people about me out here. I don't want I don't want hordes of people coming out to meet me. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, I'll have to edit that out later. I apologize. Sorry, that was unscripted, but I didn't want to just turn everything off. So, anywho, anyways, that would be the potato. That would be the potato garden or tower. Now we've been watching and talking about my Well, I just figured I left it on because you never know. I'm telling you what, man, we got robberies back here quite often. They don't bother us because they know we got a dog and I have things that can help deter that. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But uh, so I put the box here. I got impatient. I was going to do it on the live today, but I filled it with the dirt, and then I have a little bit more dirt that I got to get rid of, and then I have that second tarp that is going to go there. This will be moved. I have tent stakes in the ground. I got to get some more tent stakes, and then 10 stakes all up around there. Then this area will be 10 by 14. And then I'm going to plant my white and my black pumpkins here, and then I can just run the vines out this way and kind of work them around. So, but I forgot, while I had you guys here, I did want to show you this. So this is the back to Eden. If you recall, this is the back to Eden garden. And there it is. So you can see it's very wet. And if I pull back, you can see the grass is turning brown. It's turning to dirt. This is all turning to, it's just turning to compost now. And that was my intention. So I have about 2 inches of compost here. And then I took it off the other day, added a little bit of water, added some more sawdust, and then I'll just continue to add to it. And then we'll just flip this down. Okay. And then I got good news, bad news. Good news, bad news. Let's play good news, bad news. Good news is the Okies Eden garden, which you guys know is doing really well. It's all fenced in. I just have to get some hinges. This will fit in here, put some hinges and a clasp over there. And then I'll dig down a little bit so it doesn't dig in the earth. And that will be the fence part for that. But the bad news. We've had a couple nights of 30, 28, 27 weather. And you can see my sprouts for the potatoes have gotten injured, I guess, by it. I have a new one here coming out, so I'm just going to cover that with a little dirt. Chances are nothing's going to happen here, but what I'm going to do, these here still have 1, 2, 3 solid, and a new one coming out, 4 solid sprouts. And so I'll just cover those. So what's going to happen is in the next week, probably next time we do a live, if these have all died out, I'm going to dig these up on screen so you guys can see what's going on. And we'll see how it's going. So that's going to be everything out here. So what do you say we run inside? And I want to show you what's going on inside. Inside Okies Eden. Hey, Todd. So let me just flip this down, flip this around. I'm going to be taking once I get inside, I'm going to put it on the charger, and I'll be taking out the microphone. Gonna have my first coffee of the day here. Okay, so this is coming off. Please let me know if you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. And maybe you don't want to hear me, I don't know. No frost yet this year. Good grief, that's great. Give me 1 second. Get rid of everything here. Okay. I apologize for that, everybody. I have a bunch of stuff going on here. Give me 1 second, make sure I'm charging. Get my computer back on here. I have a bunch of things I want to talk about. And I made a list. I got some really cool stuff, I think you find interesting going on. I hope you do. So I'm just bringing everybody up here on the computer so I can answer things. Todd, I'm going to give you a blue wrench. I've been following Todd for a bit. Todd's got some good stuff. I did a community post with him the other day. So really quick, so what I've done is, let me get to my hydroponics really quick. So I can get this out of my face. The hydroponics are in my face. Let me get some coffee first. Go away, Lexi. Lexi decides she wants to play now. So, real quick. If the holes here that aren't being used for growing, I put blue tape over. You don't want light getting into your hydroponic system because it will, it'll gather, what do you call it? Algae. So what I have here is I have 5 pods that have been soaking. You soak them in water first. They're just dirt pods or whatever. And I have 5. These are very tiny. You're not going to be able to see them probably. I think you might be able to see it. There it is. These are asparagus seeds from foraging and urban farming. So very carefully, I'm going to get those down into the holes there. These have been soaked for about an hour or two. Hydroponics, they'll tell you, a lot of times they tell you to soak the seeds. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this with my fingers, is because I lost the tweezers that came with the unit. I lose everything. I lose the pumpkin seeds, I lose the tweezers. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put 5 here in the hydroponics to try. And then I'm going to put 5 in the dirt to try. So poke those down in there. And we will give those a couple days and hopefully we'll start to see some action on those. And then all you do is simply, now I'm going to just put a tag here so I know. This is one of my, if you want to know one of Okies' weak points, that is labeling. So these are going to be asparagus, these 5. The 2 next to it that are growing are the ones from the microdwarf, the hashtag microdwarf 2526 microdwarf tomatoes. That's those. So now what I do is I will put the domes on. They make it like a mini, kind of like a mini greenhouse, like that. Boom, boom, boom. Now what I can do is, let me get this out of the way so I can have some more room. Okay, so now what I wanted to show you guys was, this is my pimento. This is from pimentos I grew in my garden. This is the pimento plant, which I'm going to transplant into a bigger pot this week. But she is doing really, 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 really nice. This is my orange, or like I said, orange or red bell. I'm not sure which because I didn't label. Because Okie thinks I'll remember what I planted in each one, even though I plant hundreds of seeds. But that's one of my faults, I guess. And what you can see is, see the buds? already budding up there. So these are doing really well. I hope they'll continue. The micro dwarf tomatoes I had, I harvested what I had. They were kind of dying out. They did give me about 12 micro tomatoes, the micro dwarf tomatoes, but I have them on my shelf or on my windowsill now, and they are ripening. So I had a small harvest, but I pulled those up because I needed those planters. And like I said, this is all testing anyways. This whole hydroponics thing is something I've wanted to do, and I'm trying to learn it. And so failure, never be afraid to fail, because failure is a big thing. So what I'm gonna do here now is, believe it or not, I have these orca seeds, the Calypso. See if I can get that out of the light. Those are Calypso beans. They're like mini orca whales. I have soaked this for an hour or two. And I'm gonna put that in the ground here. I'm gonna set it down, cover it, and I'll water that. But what I'm going to do is, I always put a toothpick next to it. And I'll write Calypso. And I'll just kind of stick it, I guess I'll stick it to the outside here. I'll water this in a minute. Then what I'm going to do is, in a different style of dirt, so this dirt here is more composted. I am going to take my other seed, my other Calypso bean, that's going to go here, and I'm going to cover it. Tamp it down a little bit, let that go. So that is my Calypso, and I will write Calypso there. Look at me getting all scientific and getting all labely. All labely. I don't think that's even a word. Just making stuff up. Okay. Calypso. Then what I'm going to do is, let me put in 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to have to apologize for a second. Those seeds that I actually planted were not, I think I said they were asparagus maybe. They were actually turnips. So I'm trying turnips. I'm going to try to get some turnip sprouts. That is going to be one of the things I'm going to grow from foraging and urban farming. Calypso seeds, the Calypso beans, are the ones I'm trying to plant from Broke but Bountifully Blessed. Let me put that right there. Yeah, this is really, see, I wish I had the tweezers, but alas. There. 1, 2. They're very small. 3. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I have a little bit of my topsoil here, and I'm just going to cover those with some topsoil. That's why I put the toothpicks in there, because I know where I placed them then, and I don't have to try to use a magnifying glass to find. And then those will get watered here. I'll tamp that down a little bit, and we'll water those shortly. Okay. You know what, I got some water right here left with the seeds. I'll just pour some water on those. Boom, done. Okay, let me get this dirt and filth and everything else out of my way. Okay, what do we got here? Mr. Block, Mr. Block. And there goes my light. This is live TV, people. It's all live. That's how we do it here at Okies Eden. Okay, let me get this turned back up. Boom. Okay. Whew. Boom. I keep saying boom. Let me get this. Hey, chef. Traveling Whitcombs. I'm going to give you a wrench. I've been following the Whitcombs and I'm trying to find. So let me see if I missed anything here. I showed you the potato area, the no-till, where we're going to do the pumpkins, where I'm going to do the potato plants. Watering. Somebody asked me once a while back how I do my watering of my plants. I usually just stand there for 45 minutes every night or whenever and with my sprayer and spray the water. This year what I'm doing is, because I have an underground, I cut into the line and made an underground water shut off. And then what I have is, I have a 3 or 4 foot piece of hose that in the spring and summer, I just hook to that and then it comes out. This year what I'm doing is I'm putting in 2 7-foot posts, so it's taller than me, in the ground. And then by the water, I'm gonna run that up and over in an arc to the other one. So it's kind of like a trellis. Then I can mow through there. I'm trying to get hoses and everything else off the ground. Then what I'm gonna do, all the way down that side of the garden that I was filming from, I'm gonna have little T-posts that I'll have a 20-foot section of hose. It goes to a Y. The Y then will continue on. The other part of the Y will go inside the fence, inside the garden, and I'm gonna get those streamers that go back and forth and throw it like 20 feet. I can put that right in the bean garden. That'll hit my asparagus and my beans. And then I'll continue that another 20-foot piece over the trellis around the corner towards the subscriber garden. And I'll put a Y split in it. And then one of the Ys will go into the potato part of the garden with another one of those sprayers. And then the other garden, the subscriber garden and those potato, the grow boxes, I'll just do with a 25-foot water hose that'll be hooked into the Y. That way, no hoses on the ground, not reeling up hoses every night. I'm trying to make it so my focus is the garden. So I'm not always, every time I mowed, I'd have to move the thing or weed whack, move the thing, you know, whatever. So I'm trying to get away from doing that, so. Yes, Shelley. Oh, I'm glad you said that because one of my notes in the back is Misty, Shannon, Foraging and Urban Gardening. They all sent me a bunch of flowers, hibiscus, marigolds, some, I guess, giant marigolds or tall marigolds or something. And I planted them both last week, I think on the last live we did. And the one that Misty sent me, the ones that Misty sent me, one is finally starting to grow. So I'm hoping it sticks so I can get that transplanted to a real pot. And then I can see how nice those marigolds grow. I'm really excited about that. Marigolds were my mom's favorite plant, her favorite flower. So that's why I want to try to grow them. And they were kind enough to send me those flowers. So I'm real excited about that. Oh, before I go any further, ask for, you know, prayers, concerns, thoughts, whatever you do. But my grandson goes tomorrow. It would be 7 weeks, and they're supposed to remove all of his casts tomorrow. So that's if they do x-rays and all that stuff. And as long as everything is healed properly and it can come off, then we can kind of get back to a quasi-normal schedule. Because, you know, with his conditions and stuff, having hard casts on, he doesn't understand
why his legs aren't moving. And you can imagine how a child can probably freak out, get upset, angry, uncomfortable. So he's gotten used to them quite a bit, but I know when they come off, it's going to be a relief for him and for us just to see him, out of that situation. So hopefully that will all go well. So again, just pray and think and hope everybody will be, thinking of that tomorrow. And I will update everybody on that in my next live on how that went, and hopefully it's all successful. We shall see. So in the back where I transplanted my other, just wear multiple hats. Thank you very much. In the back, you guys saw when I transplanted my tomatoes from the hydroponics. They are doing well. They're about 4 inches tall. The only concerning thing is, and I don't know enough about tomatoes because I don't grow tomatoes. I never have grown tomatoes. They don't like me. I've tried, they just don't like me. They're only about 4 inches tall, and they already have flowers coming out on them. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, they're too small to produce anything right now. They'd probably break in half. But the other ones didn't flower till they got a lot bigger. Oh, that's cool. And then I have the one black night pumpkin. One black night pumpkin did sprout. It's about 2 inches high now. It's doing okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and just throw this out there. I've tried, 3 or 4 times now to grow and start pumpkins inside. Just think that pumpkins might be one of those plants that require outside use, or outside. They need to be outside more in the natural sun. They're just not doing well. So, but it's worth a shot. I try to grow everything inside to see how I can do with it. And then, let's see. Yeah, Misty's marigold is growing. Let's see. So I've been struggling to get these okay, canned Mac project. I'll check it out. Anyways, I haven't been able to get them to start. I tried them in the summer here, but it was just too hot. They didn't sprout. I've tried them in the hydroponics. The shell's so hard, before it could sprout, it molded, so I had to throw that one out. Then I put one in regular dirt here in the back, and that one did sprout. Unfortunately, I got, as usual, I can be impatient, believe it or not, I can be impatient. And I was like, why? It's been a week and a half. Why is this not growing? So I got my little plastic fork back there, dug around, and first one I found the seed, it didn't do anything. Second one, guess what? It was just about ready to break through the ground, and I pulled it out by the root. The seed was broken out. The new growth was coming out of the ground. It had split and was starting to grow outside the dirt. So at least I know having the right temperature, dirt, soil, watering it, that they will do okay germinating, I believe. Like I said, my wife said she is going to hopefully be here at one point to meet everybody in the chat. I'll try to announce that when she says she'll do it. I don't know if it's going to be an impromptu thing when she just feels like, hey, I'll do 2 minutes real quick, or she'll say, okay, what night are you going to go live, and I'll be prepared. If she does that, I will let everybody know in the description that my wife will be there. She's only going to stay on for a minute or two just to say hi. She's, YouTube, she wanted me to do YouTube because I wanted to do YouTube, but she doesn't want to do YouTube, but she is thinking seriously about being able to come on live for a minute or two. I have something I'm going to try in one of my cooking videos. I'm trying to release my cooking videos on usually Sunday evening now. So I'm trying to get more in a groove where Tuesday I'm doing a main live, and then Sunday I'm releasing a cooking video, and then something else during the week. Could be a live, could be a video where I'm doing the gardening aspect. The Canned and Mac project. I'm definitely gonna check Canned Mac project out. 25 pounds of potatoes, that's awesome. Okay, my kind of channel. I will be checking that out. So I'm gonna be trying one that I've always wanted to do, and I have yet to do it. I have been researching it. I've always been wary of doing it because I don't think I'm gonna do a good job with it. But next week, I'm going to do it and film it, and that'll probably be not this Sunday, but the following Sunday's video. It's gonna be a 2-part video. I'm going to make the first part, and if that is successful, then the following week will be part number 2 to that video. That takes it to the next step. It'll all make sense if it works. Like I said, it's just, I'm not gonna say it intimidates me. It's just one of those things I never thought I could cook or bake or whatever. But I've been watching some different people do it, and there's a couple of people that had some really good ideas to make it less intimidating. And so that's what I'm going to try. So I hope everybody can stick around and watch that video. This video this week is a premiere. I'm doing another premiere. I think it's barbecue ribs or something. I did crock pot ribs. That came out really good. That's coming up as a premiere 5 p.m. Sunday. And then a couple YouTube items I did want to ask were, how's everybody doing? So that usually the 20 main people that I follow, that interact with me the most, I always watch their channels and the views and stuff. And as far as I can tell, it seems that everybody is in an upward trend. At least I can't see ours, obviously, but I can see views on. You can see the views listed, and you can see how many followers they have. So I think in almost all cases, everybody's seeing an uptick. I know sometimes you gain a few, lose a few, gain a few, but I'm talking net at the end of the day. You know, after a month goes by, did you gain more than you lost? So have you shown a net or positive increase? So I know I have, and it continues to go up slowly and churning. So that's a positive. I'm enjoying that a lot. So I'm just hoping that this community, this environment that we're in, where we're really, it's not just me running people's playlists and their content. I'm putting it out there. Other people are watching it also. And then some of those people are doing it. And then there's some people like Fairbricks and The Source and people like that that are doing it, you know, on steroids, where it's on a much bigger scale. And so I'm just hoping everybody's seeing an uptick in your subscribers, hopefully in your hours, and everybody, the community is moving forward mostly as a whole to that goal of getting monetized, if that makes sense. Or is that just complete Okie gibberish? I don't know. Yeah, have fun in nature, Tiffany. That's why I bring it up, because, oh, thank you, Todd. Because I want to make sure that if we're doing this correctly, That's great. That's great. Tiffany, I'm glad. I'm hoping if you're not seeing an uptick in hours, then let me know, because either I'm doing something wrong or it's something internal. I don't know. I know they had a thing the other day. They were saying with uploads, you gained a lot of views and subscribers. My one video gave me 30. Oh, wow, Zed, that's awesome. Oh, that's okay. Eclectic, that's okay. So hopefully, if you're not seeing an uptick, please email me or put a comment below. Thank you, Fairbricks, because if a lot of people are watching your stuff, you should start to see, if you check the earned column, go to the earned column, don't just check hours. If you go to the main YouTube Studio and it says watch hours, that just shows you everything included. That's everything. That includes shorts and all of that stuff. You have to hit the earned. You got to go over to the left side of the studio and scroll down till you see earned. You got to click on earn. Earn is going to tell you how many hours you have. 2792. Oh, Poetic. All right, so Poetic is almost a little about 208 shy, approximately. So if anybody can go watch Poetic Tears over the next couple of weeks, maybe she can get to the partial monetization, at least get over the 3,000 mark. That would be really cool. Yes, and that Fairbricks, thank you. When you do look at your earned column, understand it is 5 days behind. So, oh, that's awesome, Fairbricks. So like right now, what is today? Today is the 13th. When I checked mine this morning, it would say something like, as of, the 8th. Hours as of the 8th. So I could have another 30 hours. I could have another 40 hours. So hopefully Poetic, the hours you're reading there is actually 5 days less. So maybe you might be in the 2,800 range, hopefully. That'll be awesome. So, but again, hopefully everybody's seeing an uptick. And I know every few days you'll lose some subscribers. And then what happens is, if they did watch some, I believe if you lose that subscriber, it might take your hours. That I'm not completely sure about. So, and that's why I bring these topics up. The other day I brought up cameras and phones and devices that people film on. And I got a lot of good stuff. I got it all written down. I've been studying those. Researching each of those, found some other ones that might be interested in. I've ruled some out. Todd, no, I am not. I am, well, let's see, I'd be a few hundred away. I'm a few hundred away from full monetization. I'm partially monetized, but I got a little bit to go before full monetization. I'm getting close. I'm probably 400, I think, maybe 400 away. So I got a ways to go yet. And that's okay. I hope so, Fairbrick. We'll see. I appreciate everybody watching my stuff. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. And I'm still adding, I think somebody put on there today, it was, I think, Leonard Mountain Homestead. I have to go into my post and change or add one of her days or something because if you go down through my community posts, you'll see where I've listed Sunday through Saturday, everybody's when they go live. And then if I get it wrong, just put a comment below. If I got Central Standard Time instead of Eastern or whatever. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. So yeah, anybody that can watch my stuff, I really do appreciate it. Everybody knows I do appreciate it. I really do. And I, in turns, I do follow through and I reciprocate. I watch as many people as I can. The last couple of nights I've been at my son's, so I've been running various people over at my son's house on his. So I've been liking from his, so you might see a like from somebody you don't know. That's probably my son, because it's a different IP address, it's a different YouTube channel, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm still working on it, Fairbricks. My one that I have, I still have 6 or 7 videos in one that are privatized that aren't released yet. One releases tomorrow, I think one releases Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So I got another 5 or 6 in the queue ready to run. And then Sunday's a premiere. And those are gonna be on watch list. And then I'm gonna start creating a new watch list. "22 days in a row." There you go. Yeah. We have 3 of the smart TVs. They went on sale. We got 2 last year. They went on a really ridiculous sale for the 2 bedrooms. So I run stuff on those. They're great. The smart TVs, they'll run for 2, 3, 4 hours before it'll come up with a message. "Are you still watching?" Then I'll go and click yes. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. No, it's not just me. It's everybody. Fairbricks does it. Chicken Explorers, Chef Zed. Everybody here watches each other's stuff. And then like somebody just gave me the Canned Mac Project 69. I'm gonna go check that out here in a few minutes because I got a lot of people saying that's a good channel and they did potatoes. So, hey, if they do potatoes, I'm there. They had me at potatoes. Oh, V's here. Hey, V. I went on, I was with my grandson last night and we got that much sleep last night. Absolute 0. So we were watching YouTube videos together and I got the notification that Zed was live. So me and my grandson watched Chef Zed's premiere and I saw V, I think V was there. So we got to go on her premiere. So, is anybody else using, I know Misty does, is anybody else using hydroponics to start their plants, to start their seedlings, to take out in the spring? Because I'm starting mine probably 2nd week of February, maybe 1st week of February. I'll get a bunch of sprouts going. Probably pepper plants, try to get pepper plants going because I like to have them to transplant. Anybody have any questions for me about my garden, what's going on with my garden, anything that I've missed, what's coming up next? My planting is going to be probably, if I use seed trays and grow lights until we get in the greenhouse. That's good. You should try it, Karen, yes. Yes, Hobo, I do know about the 3 sister system. Actually, there's a channel I thought I was following, but I cannot find it. It's a family that grows all their food on a 1/4 acre. Memorial Day before anything goes in the ground. Yeah, for Montana. Zed, I have one Black Knight pumpkin growing in the back. But out in the subscriber garden near it, I do have, I'm gonna be growing the black and the white pumpkins next to the subscriber garden because I got some of those from a subscriber. And I'm excited about that because my kitchen window overlooks, and I'll show that once everything starts to come in and grow. Yeah, 3 sisters, I think Misty does it. I think Shannon from Us and Our Bunch might do it. Hobo Hideaway, that is one of my intentions. I want to try that at some point, but I have so many other things going. I want to get that stuff taken care of first, and then maybe next year I would attempt at least doing the underground portion first to get the greenhouse kind of built, and then I can work on digging the geothermal part. So yeah, I'm excited about, because you can look right out my kitchen window and you'll be able to see the subscriber garden. So when I do lives and stuff inside, if it's 100 degrees out and I don't feel like going out to show you the subscriber garden, I can actually just put it in my kitchen window and I can show everybody. That's when you grow 3 different types of plants together because they all kind of work together. I think one of them is green beans, because green beans, I believe green beans in the root system get a ball of nitrogen on them and they help feed the soil. I think is one of the people, I think that's one of the ones they use. And then corn maybe. Sure, I guess I would, sure, I'd probably give it a try. If you want to try and send me some seeds, my email's in my main, if you go to my main page, the description, my address is down there. I'd be more than happy to give it a shot. I mean, why not? I'll give anything a try. Yellow watermelon seeds, I did a test planting and all 6 germinated. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, yeah. I've noticed after I get seeds that I have bought, oh, thank you. Like I said, my email is, or my P.O. box is down in the description. Or actually, I can put it here. Let me just put it here real quick, right? My address is there it is. Okies Eden, P.O. Box 184, Barneyville, Oklahoma. I would love to try those. But I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed too, ever since when I first purchased seeds, after I purchased them, oh, really? That's cool, Todd. I've noticed that 2nd and 3rd and 4th generation seeds from the first seeds grow really well. I have no trouble with them germinating. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Property lines, or pipelines. Pipelines, I'm sorry. I don't know if there's a pipeline near me or not. If it, I'll tell you what, if it cracks open and starts spraying oil everywhere, I'm gonna be Jed Clampett. I'm moving to Beverly Hills. Is anybody cooking anything special for dinner tonight? And what's today, Tuesday? Remember to check my community post for lives tonight. So I don't know who goes live tonight. I gotta go check myself and see if we can pick up some lives. Coming through Iowa. Oh, I'm sure there's pipelines here. Before you know it, there'll be pipelines everywhere. Going to be high tension lines everywhere. There's going to be Taco Tuesday. Yep, there you go. Yeah, we actually had a small earthquake here. I felt my house shake last year. Leftovers, leftovers were just fine. It was up towards Oklahoma City. I think it was like a 5.2 or something north of Oklahoma City. But it was enough to reach down here where it was just like mild aftershocks, like a 3, 4 or something. But you could feel the rumble and you could feel the house shake. Really weird. But I'm just like, well, how good is that? How great is that? We live in Tornado Alley. Now we're going to be in Earthquake Alley. I'm going over to watch my grandson again overnight, so I'm not cooking dinner. I'm just doing it. We have a DiGiorno, so we're just gonna slum it tonight and do a DiGiorno. Green chili chicken soup. That sounds really good. I made my mayo rolls yesterday, so those were good. I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do it's more like a muffin. I'm gonna do those someday. It's just, they're called mayo muffins. So instead of having to use, oil and egg and everything, the mayonnaise takes the place of your oil and your egg. Oh no. Oh, that's not fun. Sorry about that, Coach. Coach Juliet has invited me on her channel. I forget the date, but I'm going to be doing a announcement here at some point, and I'm thinking she's going to. I think she is too. She's invited me on to her channel, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I have, I think, is it Whistle Stop Homestead 2 or 3 days later. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I have been there and done that. I had to let go of 3 people one day, and it's never fun. Pumpkin Bisque wearing Hawaiian shirt, backwards cap, and dark sunglasses. Hey, I do what I do. Yeah, Coach Juliet has invited me on. I'm excited about that. I like going on. If you want me to come on your channel at some point, let me know. It might help with subscribers and watch hours for you. I'm happy to do that. It had to be like starting now, just because probably second week of February, after say Valentine's Day, I'll have more availability. I have a bunch of stuff coming up, family oriented, late January into the second week of February. So, but I'd be more than happy to come on. I announce it on my channel, so anybody that subscribes to me, if they don't subscribe to you, chances are they might come over and watch your channel. But I'd be more than happy to do that. I know, yes, Chef Zed and I still do. Chef Zed and I is going to be a little more intensive, where I'm going to be cooking something. I should say I'm ruining something she's wanting me to cook. And I'll put my little Okie twist on it. But yes, Chef Zed and I are doing a collaboration. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow, if everything goes well with my grandson and then that's taken care of, everything starts to open up after that. And then March is wide open. Late February, March is wide open. And I really want to get that, which is great, because planting, seeing stuff start to grow is the big part of my season. Because once I get stuff planted, then it's just a matter of watching, watering, weeding. Hey, I got to write that down. Watching, watering, weeding. I'm going to come up with some video about watching, watering, weeding. Yeah, Canned Mac. We'll set it up. Like I said, let me get done with this live, and I'll come back and check your channel out and get you on my playlist run. We'll try to get some stuff going back and forth, and definitely. And then there'll be a lot more lives probably in March, because at that point, when stuff starts to pop through the ground, and how I'm trying to successfully defend against weeds and rodents or whatever and other stuff. And then I'm trying to get a hold of Wendy from Hardknack Farms. There's a couple of us. She'd be central to all of us. We're trying to get where we can go, maybe do a live stream with her. And then they have M&T Homestead. They're having that big get-together over here at Lake Texoma. Yeah, I'm gonna have, I will have radishes. I don't have them just yet. I will have lots of I'm doing much more. I'm gonna do many more radishes this year. And I got to grow radishes 5 times last year. I grew 2 or 3 rows, and then I harvested, grew 2 or 3 more, 2 or 3 more, all the way right into October, we grew radishes. And that's gonna be the other thing. We're gonna be doing a lot of fresh farm-to-table stuff. And I'm toying with the idea, once I get a better camera set up, and I get an work area, and this may be a dumb idea, but what I'd like to do is set up an area and get an outside cooktop, like one of those camper stove things, a good one. And then I can actually take fresh garden food right out of the garden and we can cook right there on the stovetop as soon as it comes out of the garden, as fresh as it gets. Cut, peel it, throw it in the pan, and cook it. So I could have chicken pre-cooked with a little broth. I could throw fresh vegetables and potatoes and everything else in. You make a vegetable soup or a chicken soup right out there while I'm doing it live. I think that would be pretty cool because that's as fresh as it gets. It's literally picking it before it has a chance to even deteriorate. And then, so hopefully people would find that kind of cool. Yep. I'd have to have obviously some stuff prepared inside, so it would be more of a smooth, and it would take a few iterations to have it down pat. But I'd really like to put some kind of like a weathered, I have some old cedar out here that is a very hardy wood for weather that I could build an L bench out of and then have it set up for a cooktop, and I could just have a bag of utensils that I use for outdoor I can just carry out with me. But I think that would be really cool. Even if it was just a salad, we could chop up all the salad stuff. But I could do home fries out there, fresh from the garden. It'd take a little while to cook them because they'd be fresh out of the garden. But can you imagine having a fresh bell pepper, an onion pulled right from the garden, potatoes pulled right from the garden, chop that up, little olive oil, salt and pepper, and just let those cook while we're talking. And then my daughter, I have in the back, she always have farm fresh eggs for me. Yep, that is right. And then I could make a hash. I could actually throw a farm fresh fried egg over the top. And I could even make homemade bread. And then I could actually toast it on one of those outdoor toaster things that you flip it over over the grill. So I could literally do an entire nice, really cool breakfast outside while we're doing it live. So that's definitely something to think about. Yeah, let's eat, that's right. But that's, obviously going to be May before I start seeing any of that stuff. If I don't have any weather events because full disclosure, I could plant stuff in March. I could have the weather to plant. And then literally into March, I could get thunderstorms for 5 days and just wipes everything out. So maybe have fun in nature. Maybe Tiffany and Brian would actually be able to hop in the car from Montana and they could come down and we could plan a breakfast outside, cook them some fresh breakfast. Tell you a joke. Let me think. I did use this one a while ago. So I asked my dad the other day, hey, Dad, could you explain to me what a solar eclipse is? He said, no, son. Hey, Shannon. I went to a restaurant on the moon. Food was great, but there was no atmosphere. My brain's in a fog. This is literally my first cup of coffee today. So, and it's 1:30 Central Standard Time. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm not as, at it with the jokes. I remember years ago, one of the guys, I go to work and I sit down and he comes over and there's a whole group of us standing there getting coffee before we work. And he says to me, he goes, hey, Jason, he says, I'm not going to play any April Fool's jokes on you today because your whole life is a joke. And oh my goodness, everybody, we were laughing so hard. He didn't need to do any because that set the tone for the night. But oh hey, 357 Gardening's here. Haven't seen 357 in a while. Good to see you, 357. Anybody not connected to 357 Gardening, give it a shot. They're a good channel to follow. I usually don't do this quick, but Canned Mac Project people have said good things about you, so we're gonna go. What is everybody's weather right now? It is about 60 degrees, 61 degrees here in southern Oklahoma. It's a beautiful day out, but it's just windy. It is just windy. That's why I was going to do a lot of it outside today, but I just rushed through everything because it was just going to be a pain. Oh, hey, Chris Lee, how you doing? Chris Lee, another new one. That's great. How's everybody's temperature right now? Try to use Fahrenheit if you can. Celsius just confuses me. Okay. 66 and windy, 50 and sunny, no wind. Oh, Hoba, that's not bad. I wish it was like this minus a lot of the wind. I wish that was like a year-round thing, because it's been about 30, couple nights in a row it was 26, 24, and then it gets back up to 31, 32. I could live with that year-round, 70 degrees, 30, 40 at night. I have no trouble with that, but unfortunately. I know Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle is not here, and the source is not here, because I know Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle is on his way to Hawaii to meet up with the source. So I don't know if they're doing anything together live or not. But, oh, hey, 9 Acre. Started following 9 Acres the other day. They got some good stuff. 9 Acre Farms. Go give them a look, see if you get a chance. Chris Lee, go give him a check out. So, like I said, Sunday I have a premiere. It's going to be, I think, crockpot ribs. And then every Sunday I think I'm going to do a premiere style long form video, 15 minutes maybe. Just me cooking stuff. Like I said, not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday is going to be something I'm going to try. I've never tried before. I've always kind of shied away from it just because I thought it was so important to do things certain way, certain steps perfectly, or it won't work. But then I've been watching other videos. I'm not going to spill what it is. You'll have to watch the video, and then the following week that'll be used in another recipe, and then those will be premieres. And that way people can ask questions about it if they have any questions while I'm cooking something. And then they'll be 5 p.m. on Sundays. So I'm trying to, like I said, I'm dialing in. Tuesdays I do hopefully my garden live as it gets nicer outside. And then Sundays will be just a long form cooking video. And then during the week I have a couple other long form videos. And has anybody else seen a drop in shorts? According to like the studio, it was talking about a reason why some shorts you've been getting less views on shorts. I noticed like one would be decent, then one would kind of falter. I kept them all in the same niche, so it's not a niche issue. And I'm writing everything the same as far as titles and descriptions. But I can't remember what the reason was. But the platform, yours are picking up. That's great. See, those have slouched. My long form and stuff have gone up, which is fine. The views of my long form have gone up. The shorts have lessened. And then I've done everything they say. We'll break the shorts out of one of your long videos. I've done that. They did okay, but not like they were before. So I'm just going to give it a week or two rest with no shorts. Oh, thank you from Page to Screen. Check out, I'm going to give him a wrench. Check out From Page to Screen if you guys get a chance. He's very supportive, number one, but really cool. And I've been watching, if you don't watch Fairbrick Studio, he's very super supportive. But if you follow Fairbrooks, go watch his music stuff he does. He did Christmas music. He'll do like a 2 or 3 hour segment of just going from Christmas music to then another day will be different music, different scenery. And it's really nice to run at night, you know, if you just want some background. So usually in the evening when I'm starting to get ready to cook dinner, because I cook the dinner in our house, I might turn him on so it's playing throughout the house, and then I can just listen to Fairbrick Studio. It's a win-win. I'm getting some really cool music while I'm cooking, and he's getting watch hours. So, but yeah, check out From Page to Screen when you get a chance. Yeah, Page to Screen playlist. Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's he does. I like the way he explains things, the way he does his explanations and stuff. So, DiGiorno tonight. Since I have my grandson tonight, the nights I have my grandson, we either do like a frozen pizza, or my wife might stop and grab McDonald's on the way home or something, or Burger King, excuse me, Taco Bell, pardon me. She might pick something up on the way home. And that way I don't have to cook, because I try to take a nap in the afternoon, because if he's gonna be up all night, if he's having issues, then I'm up all night. So try to catch a nap. So, Natty, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. I know it ain't the best, but sometimes when you're tired and you've been doing stuff all day and you gotta be up all night, sometimes I just don't have it in me. Sometimes Okies not as spry as he used to be. Crockpot ribs, oh yeah. Yeah, Natty, that's right. I'll tell you what, you know, I know, and this is not a paid promotion or anything, I know Taco Bell's probably, I have no idea what goes into it, but I'm telling you this right now. I love their food. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, understand this though, and you know, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm from upstate New York, not the city. I'm from up in the country. So we didn't have restaurants around us. We'd have to drive 20 miles to get any kind of food, fast food or something, when we first got married. But when my wife was pregnant for our son, where I worked was only about 3-4 miles from Taco Bell. And she that was her craving, Taco Bell. So 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, I'd get a call at work, can you get me this, and this for dinner? Yep. So I'd drive down to Taco Bell, get her and my daughter, because we had our daughter at that time, and we'd have our Taco Bell. We do that probably 3 nights a week, because she craved it. That was her one pregnancy craving. With my daughter's older, my wife craved the yellow, not the pink grapefruit juice, the yellow, really harsh grapefruit juice. We would buy that by the gallon at the grocery store and keep it in the back of the fridge. And I didn't like that. She likes it, so she just drank it out of the bottle. So we would just keep a couple of gallons of that in the refrigerator. Then she didn't have to worry about a glass. Nobody else liked it. She'd go over and grab it, pop it open, drink, take a swig, pop it back in. So it's funny how the body works with a pregnancy. And then she didn't even, after my wife was pregnant with her, she only wanted the pink grape. She didn't like the other stuff anymore. And then all of a sudden it was Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. So we had no other Mexican restaurants around. Well, I shouldn't call that Mexican food. We had no other Mexican restaurants where we couldn't get tacos, burritos, any of that stuff. We had nothing. We had a McDonald's, a Wendy's, Burger King, and tons of pizza places. but we didn't have any Mexican places. So when we first moved down here, we were hitting all of the mom and pop Mexican places. And I'm like, this is so much better. But I'll tell you what, when I'm driving past a Taco Bell, oh, well, thank you very much. Carnivore. Okay, yeah. A few other people do the carnivore. And they say they have a lot of success with it. I'm pretty sure Granny Southern Corner, I may be wrong, but I think Granny Southern Corner does, I think she said she does the carnivore also. And I know a couple other channels do the carnivore. I haven't gone to that extreme yet and just eating meat and stuff. I mean, I would have no trouble with it. It's just I haven't got there. What I've been doing is we don't eat as much as we used to. Okay, Coach Julia does. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yes, okay, she does do it. Okay, and so does Coach Juliet. Okay. What I've been doing lately is I have some of the protein powder, which is the sugar-free protein powder, and I've been taking my pumpkin puree or bananas or strawberries, down 12 pounds, good for you. That's good. So what I've been doing is, for my breakfast and sometimes even my lunch, depends on how hungry I am, I have one of those, I don't know, those little mini mixers. I forget what you call them. And I put in my milk. I put in the scoop of protein powder. I put in a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of the mushrooms that I dehydrated and ground up. And then I blend it all up. And when I take my pumpkin chunks, I cut up my pumpkins in chunks, throw it in there, and grind it all up to a smoothie, and it tastes like I'm drinking pumpkin pie. Amy Jo. Check out Amy Jo. Let me get her up here. You want to go see some really cool carving, go check out Amy Jo's channel. She does it live. I would never attempt anything with rotating sharp blades because I'd be cutting myself all the time. But check her channel out. She's got a great channel. But anyways, because if you guys remember, I cut all that fresh pumpkin up, and then I cut it in inch squares. You freeze it. When you thaw it later, it's soft. It's already pre-softened. Then I cut it, cube it up, toss it in that the blender with my milk, the cinnamon, and all that. Yeah, safer than a knife. Yeah, and it tastes like you're drinking pumpkin pie because you put the cinnamon in there, the sweetness of the protein powder. It's sugar-free. I don't know, probably what they use for a sweetener is poison, but whatever. And I've been drinking those in the morning, and then sometimes if I'm not even hungry at lunch, I just drink another one if I want something. And I've been feeling so much better because, you know, sometimes you get, I mean, I get carried away sometimes because I'll forget sometimes because I'll eat something in the morning and then I'll go out. You get going in the heat out here in Oklahoma, and I might work outside for 6 hours and it's 100 degrees. And then you kind of, sometimes you get a little loopy. You know, I'll come in to get something to drink and I'll be like, did I even eat anything today? So I'll make something and eat something. So sometimes I eat more than I should during the day. But then I also do banana, and then I do the fresh strawberries. I'll put strawberries in there. And but I continue to put the cinnamon and the turmeric no matter what I'm doing, because I guess cinnamon has good properties, and I knew turmeric is supposed to be good for you. I know mushroom is supposed to be good for you, so I dehydrated and ground it up. And it's a good shake. So I mean, I'm getting the turmeric, the cinnamon, mushroom, protein, and then either banana, strawberry, or fresh raw pumpkin, not cooked pumpkin. It's completely raw, uncooked, so all the nutrients are in there, and I drink it. And I'll tell you what, it makes me feel so much better. Does anybody else do smoothies in the morning? Congrats to 9 Acre Family. What happened to 9 Acre Family? Oh, good. Yeah, you're more pain-free. Okay. Yeah, the carnivore diet is. There was a, what was it? Atkins. Remember Atkins years and years ago? Cup of tea in the morning for you. Just a cup of tea? I used to do cucumber smoothies. So Amy Jo, yes. So I grow cucumbers here, and I'm going to grow a lot more next year. And what I've been doing is, you don't like my I don't like my scrambled eggs. I like to take and I finely chop a lot of cucumber up, and I'll put it in a gallon of just water and let it sit there for a couple days. And then you pour that with some cucumber in it with ice. Ice cold. I found out that ice cold ice cold cucumber water is really, really good for rehydrating before you go out in the heat. And it's got such a really, if you love cucumber, it's got such a nice, almost like a sweet flavor to it. And then you have the cucumber at the end, and you can eat the cucumber. And because mine are all organic, nothing sprayed on them. Other than pickling, I'm not sure. I don't think they freeze very good. They probably all mush. What's shaking, Bacon? Hearth and Home. Wow, Hearth and Home. She's throwing it down. We're just talking about what we have for breakfast and smoothies and carnivore diets and everything. I've thought about at least trying some of the trying to lean towards the carnivore diet. Maybe not giving completely into it, but okay. Yeah, because I remember back in the 90s, I remember when they came out with that book, when they came out with the book for the Atkins diet. And then that was a big thing. I mean, it was huge at the time. Those books were flying off the shelf. I always just tried to eat right and stay active. So I've been fortunate enough to be in decent health my whole life. Just lean into it, yep. So here's my problem. My problem is I like macaroni and cheese. And my problem is, I know, exactly, I love potatoes. So that would be my problem. One of my next videos I'm going to be doing is, I have a French bread recipe, because I love French bread. And I was making it on regular pans. And then one day, I was sitting here working, and UPS truck pulls in and drops the package off. I go out, grab it off the porch, come in, and it has my name on it. I'm like, I didn't order anything. So I opened it up, and it was from my son and daughter-in-law. They knew I was toying around making French bread. I went 2 weeks where I was making French bread every single day, trying to perfect the shape of the loaves. And oh, see you later, Karen. And it was one of those U-shaped. It's two U's put together, so it kind of looks like a rounded W when you look down the edge. But it's got 1,000 holes in it, and it's a French bread pan. So you make your small, like a baguette or whatever loaf, and then you set it on there, and then you cut your little slices in it, egg wash it, and you put it in. And then it gets, like when you buy French bread in the store or a bakery, it's got all of those little pimply things on the bottom. So I have that pan now. And as I called my son, I'm like, why did you do that for? And he goes, well, you were having a good time with it. I figured, you said you were thinking about getting one, so we figured we'd send you one. So one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to do French bread. So I might even do it live. I don't know, because I can get it going, put it in the oven, and then you guys can watch it come out live. I'd have to do a couple iterations to get back in the groove. I haven't done it for like 6 months. And then the other thing I want to do for a video someday is I was getting really good at making pretzels, soft pretzels. And I got it down to where you loop them. Then I made straight ones. Then I made like the short stubby ones that were, they were just great to put in a bag. They were soft. You could put them in the car on a trip, and you had these little mini soft pretzels you could eat. Hey, Strength, Patience, Love. Hey, Raccoon Glass is here. Hey, go check out Strength, Patience, and Love, and go check out Mental Raccoon Glass. Kind of like Amy Joe, I couldn't do what he does with the glass because I'd be burned. He does the glass stuff where he has the torches and the glasses, and he gets right in there with those flames, and it's crazy stuff. And he's on at odd hours because I know he says, I think he has trouble sleeping too, and I have like insomnia all the time. So if I see somebody on, I've jumped on his a couple times now. So go check his channel out. It's a really cool channel. I've enjoyed it. I mean, some of the stuff he makes, because I knew a guy that did the glass work when I lived in New York, and he made I had to make my wife a couple things. Yeah, Mental. Yeah, Mental is good. But anyways, I mean, it's been an hour and a half, guys. I didn't realize it's been an hour and a half. I just looked up at the time. I apologize if I kept you guys from anything. Oh, okay. Your second channel. That's awesome. Well, put your first channel, before I leave, put your first channel in here so people can go check you out if you want to. So, hope everybody has a good evening. Hopefully you guys get a chance to watch my Sunday premiere, and then I'm going to do my lives on Tuesday. I appreciate everybody being here. My garden live next week, hopefully it'll be warm enough. We'll be outside again and messing around inside the garden and see where we get there. And then probably do some more stuff inside. I can do updates on the hydroponic and where things are going that I planted today. And then again, I'll let everybody know if my grandson does get everything off tomorrow at the hospital. Hopefully they can remove all of the casting, and then we can get back to a quasi-normal lifestyle. So just hope you guys think of him, pray for him, send positive vibes, whatever you guys do. I would appreciate it. And I will just tell everybody next time I see you how that went. So take care, have a good day, and we'll see you in the next one.